Hi, I'm Ray,
Hi, I'm Mike.
and we have built the Fader keyboard. Do you want to explain a little bit about what this is?
Sure. So this is a musical interface that we've built that essentially just gives you a bank of 48 faders that you can control. And each of these is just like a slide potentiometer. And they're all hooked up to a microcontroller that we have inside here. And it's connected to the computer as a MIDI device.
Yeah, and basically the idea behind this is that, like, as you can see, it kind of looks like a piano layout, like based on the coloring of the faders. And what we've done is we've mapped the volume of every fader to its corresponding note. And we really wanted to do this because we wanted to create an instrument that could allow basically infinite polyphony and create really interesting harmonic textures that change over time.
Okay, well, just show it off.
All right.
Cool.
You can create really interesting. Oh, there's a glitch there. And actually, what's really cool is, like, if you turn enough things up, it actually like sounds exactly like wind. I don't know why, but like.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so you have enough communication bandwidth to communicate all 48 channels all at once. You can do it's completely polyphonic. I mean, it's infinitely polyphonic.
Yeah, basically. And Mike, I guess we can talk about programming like it to send.
Yeah. So inside here, actually, we have these faders hooked up in 6 banks of 8. So what we're doing actually is like cycling through each of these banks and sending MIDI output for each bank one at a time. But it's done fast enough that it seems that you can basically do it all simultaneously because the latency between like one bank and the next is only a few milliseconds.
So how fast is it? How long does it take to scan the entire bank then?
To go from the first fader all the way to the end should be about a cycle of well, it's running at 16 kilohertz, the microchip. I'm not sure exactly how fast the analog.
But you can get through it fast enough that humans don't notice it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the majority of the latency, I think, is dominated by like the audio interface latency.
Oh.
But yeah, as you can tell, there is some latency. Like there is pretty actually significant latency, but that's not really due to the limitation of the chip or anything. I think we just need to like optimize the pipeline of the audio.
So you think it's the pipeline on the on the PC
Yeah.
as opposed to the keyboard?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And this is really just a generic MIDI device that can be used to control anything. Like we can control like drum loops or anything like that.
Right, because it is in fact an analog controller, a 48-channel analog controller.
MIDI device, so it's not analog, but
analog input.
Yes.
Converted to MIDI signals.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you can actually play it because it's actually surprisingly easy to play and like make interesting sounds out of it.